My name is Dr. Elizabeth Kimani Murage, and I'm a senior research scientist at the African Population and Health Research Center, APHRC. I'm also leading the Zero Hunger Initiative at APHRC, and I lead the Maternal and Child Wellbeing Unit. What we do, so we are promoting organic farming. Now you are talking of safe foods.
Yeah.
We are trying to not to use chemicals in our foods. And really, that's why we want to promote this initiative, because if you can be able to produce, especially the vegetables for yourselves and fruits within your compound, then you are keeping off those chemicals. And so you asked questions about what can be done because of these food safety issues. If people can actually be able to produce some, for me, these vegetables are enough for me. I don't buy anymore. And once the fruits are fruiting, then I won't be needing to buy fruits. I know I'm eating safe because I'm the one who is managing this, and I know we are not using any chemicals. So this pipe is called vermiculture pipe, and it's meant to, we use kitchen waste, the peels or any waste, like even from this garden, organic waste, that is organic waste. We put it here and a little water, it decomposes, and then it releases juice. The water that it releases is actually manure in itself. So then you can see it has these pipes have holes. They have holes so that water gets to the soil. Yeah, so this is the purpose of this pipe.
So how did you get to learn about that idea?
Yeah, that group, they know about it, they knew about it. So they are the ones who actually, I attribute all this knowledge to them. I had the idea that I want to do this urban farming. Part of the arrangement was I also Googled to see how people do the arrangements and all that. And I also contributed. But in terms of the science, they are the gurus in this. This is lettuce. We plant lettuce here, and you can see we have done strawberries. So they just use the water system. And that's the same that goes there. Yeah.
Where does this water come from?
From the, yeah.
These pipes?
Yeah, those pipes coming from that tank. They are connected to that tank there. Cover, although I was resisting, the cover I was resisting myself because I really wanted the open space, like it open. In fact, they wanted to cover everywhere, like here, everything, every side would look like this part. But then for me, I want this garden also for beauty. For me, just seeing the plants, for me that's kind of therapeutic. And during this period when people are restricted, and it has been very nice for me. So really I don't want to cover everywhere like a greenhouse. Okay. And then all you are seeing on your compound is a greenhouse, no. So I have refused, but on top I have accepted because this system was being affected by
too much sun
and too much rain also. When it rains, because of, you see, water now just gets onto the pipes, that water, excess water. Yeah. Yeah, you can see these tomatoes. Actually, we stopped buying tomatoes. My husband is a doctor, medical doctor, and he is very conscious of safety of food. So really now we've stopped buying tomatoes because, like, there was a report that was released in 2018 by KEPHIS, that's Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Services. It indicated that majority of the vegetables in Nairobi are actually contaminated. Yeah, they are unsafe. They are contaminated with agricultural chemicals. The residues. People are not using the chemicals in the right way, because otherwise, if they were using the right way, we shouldn't have those residues. They should already wait before harvesting, after they spray and all that. Before harvesting, they wait for the days required so that the chemicals go away. But you see, so we stopped buying we stopped buying tomatoes. Even when we don't have on our garden, we stopped because of safety. But now you can see we have our own. Hopefully, I mean, we will continue planting even more so that we can have enough. It's a vision for Nairobi, and we are saying that we want to restore Nairobi to a place of cool waters that is healthy, food secure, and environmentally friendly, and where people live in harmony and peace in the spirit of Ubuntu. That is, I am because we are. So in this vision, we want to promote one of the strategies that we are employing. One is agroecological urban farming. It means that we are taking care of the people, but also the ecosystem. So you are taking care of the ecosystem, and increasing the diversity. So in that sense, we are talking of conservative agriculture that does not use a lot of chemicals. So like organic farming does not use chemicals. You use organic manure, organic composting, like I've been telling you about. So you are reducing the use of chemicals, and like pesticides, you also use like organic pesticides instead of those other inorganic pesticides. And in that, if you're doing that, you will be able to take care of the ecosystem. Insects, other animals that you can find in a farm or in the environment, those chemicals kill them. But then if you are not using chemicals, your space will be friendly to those animals. They help with the environment, they help with the pollination, they help with many things. So we are taking care of the people by feeding them with safe foods, but we are also taking care of the environment, regenerating the environment. Like you can see now we have increased the vegetation here, and we would want to do that in the whole of Nairobi. But then we are also taking care of the biodiversity. So that's agroecological urban farming. We want to promote it across the socioeconomic divide in the urban poor settings, and now we are starting with the urban poor settings because that's where we've been working for the last like 20 years as APHRC, doing a lot of research there. But now we want to see whether this could work in those settings, promoting it through youth groups, women groups, supporting them economically, but also supporting them to support their community to start some form of urban farming. It could be sack gardening, like if you have a few sacks outside your house, or it could be pallet like these ones you have seen here, or it could just be fruits, whatever it's possible. And then across the socioeconomic divide, if you have a bigger space maybe in upmarket, you can do a lot of farming. Second strategy after that is a food rescue system and sharing system, a system to enable food sharing, promoting food not as a commodity. At the moment, food is really commodified, and you can only, like here in the city, generally you can only access food if you have money. If you don't have money, then you don't have food. So that's why we want to promote people producing their own food, but also that system where people who have more, like here, if we have excess, like we have had a lot of excess in this system, like the lettuce, and you have seen a lot of strawberries. Once they are all ready, we'll have a lot. So finding a way to support people to be able to share. And then the third one is economic empowerment for women and youth through the food system. So like I said, we are supporting youth and women groups to form themselves in a way that they can do agribusiness, like some businesses within the system, but also to serve people. Like here, I have worked with the youth group. Really, that's like an economic activity for them. Yeah, and the fourth strategy is a social movement. We want to start a social movement to really promote this and create a social change and a policy change. We are talking of decommodifying food, but we have to talk to people. We have to change the mindsets. We have to change the hearts of people, really, that people can see. We promote zero waste and ensure that whatever excess you have, you don't waste it in the dustbin, or like this food excess lettuce, instead of just wasting it, we can share all that. So really that's the system. But also in the markets, a lot of food is wasted in the markets, in the export zones, so we helping collect that. So that kind of movement to promote this whole ideation or idea. We have packaged it as Zero Hunger Initiative, and we'll actually be launching it tomorrow.